The sundial. 1, 2, 3, 4, back on 1. The flower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and back on 1. The wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, and back on 1. The daffodil leaf. 1, 2, 3, 4. The sundial, which looks like this. Apart, to the left, to the right, to the spin, and apart again. And the key to this move is the leader bringing the follower's hands together and leading the follower in and then to the left, and not doing that in one motion. So it's apart, hands together, and to the left, to the right, lick and catch. What may happen is that if the leaders start going from apart straight across, then they may skip half a beat. So you get 1 and 2, 3, and then you've got 4 beat moves, you've got a 3 beat move. The only other thing to say is that if the hands are kept down at waist level, it looks nicer, but it does work even if the hands come up. It tends not to unbalance the follower, so that's okay. The flower, which looks like this, a basic, out and in, change places, another basic, and then change places on the other side. So on the basic, the only thing to remind leaders of is to bring the hands in either level or low, but not high, because that's uncomfortable on the elbows. For the change places, it's very similar to a first move. So the first move, you bring your leg into your side, your left arm is bent. So it's similar to that, but keeping hold with the right hand. So you bring your lady in, and your right hand is still in contact. Also, my right arm is approximately straight, and so is the follower's. That's very important. When you do that, as a leader, you need to give your lady a pause. So when she comes in, it's pause, turn, and away. And as soon as you're at that pause stage and you begin to turn, the leaders need to develop some tension, and the followers need to remember to resist that so that you can push your follower away. And that creates a springiness, so you get a pause and a push. What may happen if you don't accentuate that is that you just get a walking past each other, which works, but it doesn't have the same jivey spring to it. And obviously the second time when there's some of the lady to the left instead of the right is just a mirror image of the same thing. The wave, which looks like this. Apart, wave to the left, wave to the right, and apart. Slightly trickier than it looks. When the leader brings the follower in, they need to use both hands to begin with. And once the follower is travelling, immediately relax the left hand completely, but continue to draw the follower in with the right. If the left hand isn't completely relaxed, the follower may think they're being stopped, or they're about to be pushed away or turned. But because that's happening at this distance, you still want them to keep coming in towards you. So this has to be completely relaxed until you get to here. At this stage, you can use the right hand to keep your lady close to you, and the left hand goes slightly to the right and then describes a circle, and at about 9 o'clock position, change hand hold, send your follower away. And then the reverse. Bring your follower in, relax the right hand but keep them coming in with the left, hold them there. Right hand goes slightly to the left, then describes a circle, and about 3 o'clock, change the hand hold, send the follower away. Final move was the daffodil lean, which looked like this. apart, wrap, leader turns, small lean, and there are exits one can use as well if you wish to. Being lean, of course, there are safety issues, so I'll address those in a minute, and if you don't want to teach the lean, it's not an essential part of the routine. So breaking it down, as the leader brings the follower in, it's like a basket, but we are offset, not side by side. So I'm halfway between the shoulder blades of my follower with my right hand side. So now when I take my left foot behind and slightly apart, ready to balance myself for the lean, my right hand side is now comfortably between my follower's shoulder blades, and I'm in contact with my right thigh as well. So that's an important safety point, that you have contact all the way down, not just between the shoulder blades. The lean should be small. That looks better anyway, and it's safer. So encourage your leaders to consider when they're in this position whether they feel stable, and if not, to either abort the move or manoeuvre themselves until they feel stable. Having done the lean, there are then 3 possible exits if you wish to teach exits. You can simply do an unwrap, or we can do an unwrap with an overhead turn, unwrap, a turn, probably followed by a flick spin, or we can do a flick spin exit. Let go with the left hand as you stand up, get the lady round.